you know that feeling like you just need to get out? Like, I just need to leave. Like, I need to leave not only London, I need to leave the country.
Yeah, never forget where you're coming from. King Shango set the trend. Yo, I want them. Mama tell.
Hi people, welcome back to the channel, That Mister TV. It's your girl Deezer. Now today's video is going to be a little bit different from the videos that you've probably seen on our channel. Usually we put up vlogs of places that we've been to and things that we're doing. But today I just wanted to do a sit down video and talk to you about the reason why I moved to Jamaica. Okay, so people, just bear with me, okay, because it's quite a bit, and I've got some notes here just to help me to remember to include key points. Okay, so let's start with the background. Let's start at the beginning. So I was born in London born and raised, and my parents are Jamaican, so I'm from a Jamaican family, Jamaican background. And growing up, I would come to Jamaica as a child. So the first time I came to Jamaica, I was 2 years old, and I came again when I was 10. By the time, I came in my teenage years as well. By the time I got to about 23, I started to come to Jamaica without my parents. So it would be me and a really good friend of mine would come to Jamaica regularly, and yeah, just have a good time, see our family, and you know how it goes. So ever since the age of about 23, I've been coming to Jamaica, I think almost every single year. I don't think a year has passed that I have not come to Jamaica. I used to come sometimes or twice a year as well. I just loved it. Like, I just loved everything. And I always felt like when I came to Jamaica, like when I came off that plane, I felt like I was home. Did you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't born here and I wasn't raised here, but I had a strong connection and a strong affiliation because of my family roots, and having family here in Jamaica. But coming off the plane, I always felt like, yeah, like I'm home. I'm where I belong, where I should be. And I always knew from a long time ago that Jamaica is where I wanted to live. Or even if I didn't live here permanently, I knew that it was somewhere that I wanted to spend long periods of time. So in my mind, my plan was I would maybe spend 3 to 6 months in Jamaica and then 3 to 6 months in the UK. That was the plan that I had. Talking about plans, I had no plan of when I was going to move to Jamaica or how it was even going to work. It was just a dream of mine, right? But I wasn't working on it. I wasn't doing anything to make the dream happen, so to speak. So I was just coming out of my holidays and saying in my mind, yeah, one day I'm going to, move to Jamaica. I'm going to, be there more permanently. In 2016, I decided to get my Jamaican citizenship. It was something actually that my dad was telling me to do for a few years. My dad is Jamaican, and in 2016 I decided to go for my Jamaican citizenship and passport. And I will do a video on that whole process. So guys, if you have a Jamaican parent, you are entitled to apply for Jamaican citizenship. Even if your parents are not Jamaican, but your grandparents are Jamaican, you can still apply for your Jamaican citizenship. So guys, I really encourage you guys to go for it. So I am a dual citizen. So in 2016, I applied for my Jamaican citizenship and my passport. I got through with that. And what was good about that at the time is that when I would visit Jamaica after I got my Jamaican passport, I don't know if you guys know about, like, when you reach, I used to fly into Montego Bay Airport. When you land at Montego Bay Airport and you have to go for immigration, the line for non-Jamaican citizens is really long to go through immigration, but the line for Jamaicans is always short. So I would just buzz through. That was like one of the best parts. Bearing in mind, guys, at this point, even though I had my Jamaican citizenship and passport, I had no plans on moving to Jamaica just yet. Remember, this is just a dream in the back of my mind that one day. So I didn't know what year it would be. I didn't know how old I would be. I didn't know. One thing that I did know was that I didn't want to wait until I reached retirement age to come out here. I didn't want to work, get to the age of 65 and then decide, okay, now it's time for me to go and live in Jamaica. And I knew that that's not what I wanted. I wanted to be able to enjoy Jamaica before I retired. To just enjoy my life before I retired. So how did I get here? So that's a little bit of my backstory. So a couple of years ago, I booked a vacation. I booked a holiday to Jamaica. Guys, it was so last minute, literally last minute. So I booked the flight the day before I left, right? So my flight was Saturday. I booked my flight on the Friday. And I actually booked my flight to leave from Glasgow. So guys, remember now, I booked my flight last minute and I'm leaving from Glasgow. The reason why I left from Glasgow was because I couldn't find any direct flights in such a short space of time, any available seats on any flights directly. But I was determined, I'm going to Jamaica. So I flew to Glasgow and then, which I think was about an hour's flight. And then from there, I got my flight to Jamaica. The reason why at that time I booked a last minute flight was because I had so much things going on like in my life at that time. And it was a real down point, and at that time I just needed to get away. You know that feeling like you just need to get out, like I just need to leave. Like I need to leave not only London, I need to leave the country at that point. And so that's why I just booked a last minute flight to Jamaica, and I was going to come by any means necessary. I mean, if I had to go to, if I had to, I don't know, go to Nigeria, to go to Cuba, then to come to Jamaica, I was going to do it because I just needed to get away. And I knew that Jamaica was the only place where I would find that peace and the peace that I needed at that time. So I booked a two-week holiday to Jamaica. Like I said, I went through Glasgow, landed in Jamaica, booked a little studio apartment for myself because it was just me alone. And yeah, just decided that I was just gonna chill out, gather my thoughts, clear my head and just have some space. So that was what I did. So throughout the process of those 2 weeks in Jamaica, I reconnected with Outlaw. And Outlaw's not in this video today. You would have seen him in various vlogs, in our other vlogs. I reconnected with Outlaw and I think that would have been the first time I would have seen him in probably 15 years because I had known him previously. But I think I'll do another video on maybe how we met and how that all happened. Yeah, so we reconnected. And he was like my driver, took me around, made sure that I was all right, and everything like that, which was really good because when you're out here, you want to have someone that that you can trust to kind of show you the ropes. Not really show you the ropes because I was familiar with Jamaica, but just to kind of have my back and just be supportive really. If I needed anything or I needed to go anywhere, he was there. So at the end of the 2 weeks, I was meant to leave the people of them country, right? No, at the end of the 2 weeks, I was of course meant to leave. Guys, at the end of the 2 weeks, I didn't go back. I didn't go to the airport. I didn't go back to the UK. I didn't go. I decided I'm not going. I'm not going. I'm not ready to go. Like, I don't want to go back to London just now. So I stayed. And guys, those 2 weeks turned into 2 months. Honestly, my 2-week vacation ended up as a 2-month vacation. And during those 2 months, now, even though I had been coming to Jamaica so often in the past, I had never done more than 2 or 3 weeks at the most. So it was always vacation mode, just strictly vacation. When I stayed here for 2 months, it was more than just a vacation because now, after the first 2 weeks, vacation mode kind of wore off and I was it felt like I was just living out here, right? So I had to do things that I wouldn't usually do when coming to Jamaica. So I think I opened a bank account as well. In that 2 months, I opened a bank account. I think I even started looking for apartments on a more permanent basis as well, because remember I was just renting a small studio apartment, just like a holiday apartment at that time. So I even started looking for like accommodation, more permanent accommodation and things like that. So at the end of the 2 months, I decided, you know what, it's time to go back. I didn't want to go back, but you know, I have to get my house in order, right? I have things I have to do. I still have responsibility in the UK. So reluctantly, very reluctantly, I went back to the UK. When I went back to the UK, I was there for maybe 3 weeks. I don't even think it was 4 weeks. I think I was there for 3 weeks. And then I booked another flight and I was back in Jamaica. Like, yeah, honestly, it wasn't even 3 weeks good, and I was back in Jamaica. And that's when I knew that, yeah, I have to make this work. Like, Jamaica is home now. Like, Jamaica is where I want to be. And I'll be totally honest, maybe for the first, maybe the first year or so, I want to say the first year, maybe the first 9 months, I would go back and forth. So I'll spend a few weeks in Jamaica, I'll spend a few weeks in England. And guys, honestly, every time that I went back to England, I just felt so down and depressed. Honestly, I just felt so down and depressed. And I really clearly remember being at my sister's house. I was staying at my sister's house at the time. Staying over at my sister's house, and just spending so much time in my room, just being locked away in the room for like all day, really. And I remember my sister saying to me, are you all right? Like, are you depressed or something? Because you spend a lot of time in the room. And in my mind, I knew that something wasn't right. Like, I knew that I felt depressed, but I didn't want to say. So I was like, oh, no, I'm just doing stuff up there. So I didn't admit it, But it was a lot of things going on. I mean, it wasn't just the fact that I was away from Jamaica, but there was so much going on at that time in my life. And Jamaica was really just my happy place. It was my peace. So yeah, for the first 9 months, I just felt a sense of depression, I don't want to be here. Of course, I want to see my family. Of course, that was the highlight, seeing my family. But just the everyday mundane tasks and just life in London at that time was just not for me. It just wasn't for me. So I was back and forth until I kind of came back to Jamaica and stayed. I think the longest period of time I stayed was, I think, about 9 months. Yeah, the longest period of time I stayed was about 9 months before I left back. And that gave me a real taste of what it was like to live in Jamaica. It's not easy, but I wouldn't change it for the world, because, when you live in Jamaica, it's completely different from when you are vacationing or when you are on holiday. You come on holiday for a little 2 weeks, maybe you're staying in an all-inclusive resort. Everything is, at your beck and call. It's great, right? You've got money in your pocket because it's a vacation. You've planned for it. You've come with all the resources and finances that you need. You come, have a great time. Yeah. Real life is not like that. It's not like that. Again, I've got so many videos to do, guys, of sharing my experiences of being here in Jamaica, and I can probably get off topic. But yeah, just know that living in Jamaica is completely different from vacationing in Jamaica. But I love it all the same, and I'm here. So yeah, the longest I did was 9 months, and at that time I really kind of cemented myself here. I found a new apartment, settled in, and my life started. Yeah, I feel like at this point now, it's been a few years, I'm really settled, I'm really happy, I'm at peace, but I'm really contented as well. I'm really contented. And moving to Jamaica, like I said in the beginning, was always a dream of mine. But guys, I may not be where I want to be in terms of things that I need to accomplish, because remember guys, this is a brand new life. This is not the life that I had in the UK. It's completely different. My life was established in the UK, right, with work and everything like that, routines. This is a totally different life, and being out here, it was not planned. I didn't plan it. Remember, I went for 2 weeks and I ended up staying for 2 months, and basically kind of never really going back to the UK on a permanent basis. So I didn't plan it. I didn't plan with finances. I didn't plan with work. I just did it. I just came and like stayed. So I had no plan. It wasn't planned. But I've made it work. We've made it work. I have no regrets. And for me, I feel good. I feel really good, because that dream that I had in the back of my mind all those years ago has been fulfilled. I am living my dream. I am living the dream. Yeah, and it's great. Like I said, I'm starting a brand new life here, trying to lay foundations down, which I have done since I've been here, and now just trying to build on those foundations, on those blocks, to see what I can achieve, see what success I can have. But guys, yeah, I'm so happy. Like, and everybody that sees me now who hasn't seen me for a long time was like, you look so happy and contented, and I am. And guys, I am living the dream. And guys, I would just encourage anyone out there who's listening to this. I know it sounds cliche, right? Follow your dreams, follow your dreams, follow your dreams. We hear it every day. But, if there's something that you want to do, like, go for it. But it's, maybe not do it the way I did it. Like, just throw yourself into it without a plan. But, guys, if there's something that you want to achieve in the long run, just set small tasks, small goals that will get you to the end, get you to the bigger picture. For those people who are interested in maybe relocating to Jamaica, or even thinking about it, something you've thought about, maybe not been brave enough to do it, had the courage, don't know where to start, feel free to leave a comment, ask me any questions. Guys, you can hit me up on our Instagram at DatMissaTV. You can hit us up on our Facebook at DatMissaTV. DM me, ask me any questions you want, guys. I'll be happy to answer them. But yeah, that's how I ended up moving from London to Jamaica. I hope you've enjoyed this video. And guys, I just want to say thank you for your support so far. We are a very new channel. We've only been going for 5 days, but the love and support has been tremendous. Really appreciate it. Thanks for all the likes. Thanks for all the shares. Thanks for all the subscribes. Guys, we're on the road to 100 subscribers now. So please do share it with your friends and family, and I'll see you on the other side. That was it.
This one has got to be now. Mr. Cruz. If it's money, we don't talk about it, cause we don't brag about it. House on the hill, that's how we go about it.